Well, I think the best way to answer that is to give an example. We had a case recently, what appeared initially to be a run-of-the-mill red car, blue car accident case that we see all the time. As we got into the case and as the client continued to get their medical treatment, we quickly realized that there were some medical issues that were not normal. And the client ended up needing 3 separate surgeries and incurred thousands, tens of thousands of dollars in medical bills. But what makes this case interesting is that this happened over the course of 3 years. And so sometimes I think people come in, and maybe it's because of the way we are today, everything's so instant. They want a resolution as quickly as possible. They want to close this chapter of their life because it's not fun to think about. It wasn't a fun experience. They want to move on. Well, I recall this client coming in and saying that. After his first procedure, he said, I really just want to be done with this. Let's close the file, get what money we can, and let's move on. And I remember talking to him saying, let's be patient. You're not all healed up yet. Let's just see where this goes. Let's make sure that you are as close to or at pre-accident condition with your health before we move on with this. And it took some convincing because this client wanted to close this chapter and move on. It made all the difference in the world in his case because after that first surgery, he had some more complications and he needed 2 more procedures. Well, what was likely going to be a case worth, $40,000 or $50,000, fast forward another 2 years, ended up being a case worth over $300,000. Sometimes I think there are firms that would not try to convince their client to be patient and make sure that all the treatment is done before they try and wrap something up, for whatever reason. One thing I think we pride ourselves on is that we're not in a rush. Let's make sure all our I's are dotted, all our T's are crossed, so that when we do get to the time of settlement or time of negotiating a settlement, we've covered everything. We don't want to miss anything. It's just not worth it. And this is a great example. That case is a great example of why.